scariest tradition, maybe. But what is it? Or rather, who is it? Coming from New Zealand, this tradition is wild. So this year, I've decided to be a part of it. Putting on the Krampus masks, I'm gonna go to the Krampus Lauf, I'm gonna get beat up, and I'm even gonna make my own Krampus mask. So, let's go! Most of you probably associate Christmas with spending time with family, eating cake, delicious food, Christmas trees, but in Austria, we like to dress up as demons and beat each other. What you're seeing here is called a Krampus Lauf, in English, Krampus Run, where Krampus and Nikolaus come together to beat bad children. It's traditionally around the 5th of December, but there's a range of Krampus Laufs in Austria at this time. So here you can see the lovely Saint Nikolaus in his natural element, and behind him, the terrifying demon. Look at this guy. He's a demon, I'm telling you. The purpose of Krampus is essentially to scare children into being good. If you're bad as a child, Krampus is gonna come and get you. With that being said, it's time for our first Krampus Lauf. Today we're in St. Leonhard, and we're going to come with or join a Krampus Lauf.
The Krampus are coming. Oh, when the mask's on, it's scary, bro.
So we've heard that the Krampus Laufs in the city, which is here, are much more tame. And later we're going to experience the hardcore countryside Krampus Laufs. Ow! So we've had a taste, and now it's time to make my own Krampus mask.
So we're in Zell am See, right? We're in Zell am See today, and we're going to check out how to make the Krampus masks. It's a beautiful location. Schauen wir mal. Let's go.
So step one to making a Krampus mask is to find a big chunk of solid wood. Step two is to cut the massive wood into a triangular Krampus head. Step three is to draw the shape of the Krampus mask you wish to create. This is Arthur, by the way. He's a Krampus mask maker, a profi, a legend. So here he's creating the start of what's going to be the nose and the mouth. And then he puts down his chainsaw and gets out a chisel to start carving. Halfway through working, I found one of his masks in his workshop. This was a child's mask, which is hilarious that, for me, that children also get involved with this tradition. And it was amazing to see Arthur as he progressed through the creation of a Krampus face. He then gave me a chance to carve out my parts of the Krampus mask. And then I was offered to try on one of the heaviest masks I've ever seen in my life. I couldn't even hold my head straight. This thing was so heavy. But that was it. The mask was almost made. We didn't see the end of it because the boys had to get suited up to hit the countryside Krampus Lauf. But first, we were promised an interview with two Krampus.
Nah. Nah. Ah! 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 Ja, okay, jetzt heim. Grüß euch. Warum bist du ein Krampus?
Ja, wir merken viel, das ist ein Brauchtum, was bei uns gehört, und mir taugt das.
Okay.
Einfach Freude. Ja, Brauchtum erhalten und ja, taugt mir einfach.
Wann ihr Kind war, habt ihr Angst vor Krampus gehabt?
Ja, ich schon. Das war eigentlich der Grund, dass ich zum selber Laufen angefangen habe.
Echt?
Ich habe mich eigentlich schon Jahre geführt. Und das ist auch der Grund, warum ich einen Krampus angefangen habe.
Okay.
So after speaking to these guys, it was clear that they and everyone around them absolutely loved the Krampus tradition. That was it with the beating, with speaking to these guys. Now we hit the Krampus Lauf. As we got closer and closer, my heart rate started to rise as I started to see more and more terrifying Krampus. But as they got closer, I realized they wouldn't hit the cameraman very hard, so I started to hide just behind Johan's because then they wouldn't hit me. I then found these two girls that are fanatics of the Krampus.
Krampus fanatisch. Und kennt ihr ein paar Krampus heute?
Ja, viele.
Habt ihr Angst von denen?
Es geht.
Geht schon.
Noch von den Schlägen normal.
Also für die Leute, also Amerikaner oder New Zealänder wie ich, wir denken, das ist ein Wahnsinn. Was sagst du über das?
Ja, bei uns ist es normal eigentlich.
Ja.
Eigentlich ist normal.
So coming from New Zealand, this tradition for me is insane. It's crazy. I didn't understand it at first. But after experiencing it, I realized more and more that this tradition, as well as basically all traditions, are so important to people. And that's no excuse with the Krampus tradition. You can clearly see how important this is for the people of Austria, and without it, they would be sad.
Scheiße, scheiße, na, ja.